All right, everyone. All right, so I wanted to take a moment and go over our DIY credit repair and dispute letter kit. Okay, so I want to show you what's in there, what's available. Okay, so you get two different copies of the dispute process flow chart. All right, so let's look at that real quick. Okay, so this flow chart breaks down step by step on what you need to do to repair your credit. It's a quick little guide to help you get through your journey of repairing your credit, right? So you get that, okay? All right, you have your resource sheet. Let's look at that, maybe. All right, you have your resource sheet. Okay, you have all the information, where to get your credit reports, credit builders, tells you a little bit about it. Okay, all this information, debt relief and student loan help, done for you, credit repair companies. If you have gotten through this process and you said this is just too much, I'm not really ready for this, those are options. If you want to make some extra money helping others rebuild their credit, you can sign up here. Maybe you've gotten some good results and you're like, you know what, I would like to start my own credit repair company. Here are some resources for that. Okay, so here's a resource on starting your own credit repair. Okay, different options here, some training, some software where you can take that a little bit further. Here's some other resources. So you have the Better Business Bureau, their links, CFPB, where to find your state attorney general's office. Here's the Fair Credit Practice Act. You have a copy of that document. Okay, you have all these in here. What is Metro 2 compliance? Okay, information about identity theft, the three main credit bureaus. Okay, data miners, their contact information. Okay, so you have all this information in your resource. Okay, so I want to start out with that. Okay, so what you have things that are in individual folders. You have bonus letters, you have some bonuses, you have some budgets and debt reducers, you have dispute letters, laws and information, you have manuals and guides, requesting credit reports, and start here. So we're going to go to start here. Okay, so we have how to mail dispute letters. Okay, how to fill out a dispute letter, faxing your disputes. Okay, more dispute reasons right here, your dispute log. Okay, what that looks like, dispute log instructions. You have a copy of the credit score boost guide, bureau addresses, and proof of identification. Okay, here's information here on requesting credit reports. Excuse me. So you have a form here where you can order or fill out for the annual credit report. Here's the consumer reporting list I was telling you about. There's a copy in here as well. If you wanted to request your credit for Innovis or CoreLogic, etc., all that information is there as well. You have manuals and guides. So there's a DIY credit repair kit manual. Okay. Looks like this, about 117 pages. I'll just show you some of the topics. Okay, and so the one that you get with the DIY kit actually has more letters in it. It's like a hidden gem. So you've got information here. You see all the information that's covered, and then there's just more dispute letters, like little bonus letters. Okay, so you have more dispute letters in this manual just alone. Okay, so we'll look at those letters. So we have a bunch of letters in here as well. Okay, and then you have a credit repair kit master guide. Okay, so you have this credit repair ebook that breaks down these particular topics and subjects. There's plenty of information, pretty much everything you need to repair your own credit is in this kit. Okay, so we have laws and information. There's copies. There's a state statute of limitations on debt. There's a copy of that. Okay, so there's a copy there. All right, so just like I said earlier, so it gives you this by state, and here's the statute of limitations on debts. Okay, you have the HIPAA law, you have the McCarthy Law Dispute Letter Handbook. This is with a actual law firm. This one actually has dispute letters as well, and this is a consumer protection attorney. This is also in the resource guide too. If you come into a situation where you have found some violations, okay, you can contact this attorney's office, but they have different templates in here and what they need in order to, what they suggest for when they take your case. Okay, so you have that information. Okay, copies of all the laws and so forth. And then I'll go in the dispute letters last. We'll look at budgets, debt reducers. So you have your 52-week money challenge printable chart. Okay, you have your budget worksheet. You have your debt reduction spreadsheet. You have your get out of debt spreadsheet. Okay, you've got tons of bonuses. Look at these bonuses. Okay. 3 ways paying off collections will severely damage your credit. 5 biggest mistakes most home buyers make. 10 insider secrets on how to find the best credit repair company. 100 ways to get rid of your student loans without paying them. This right here alone is priceless. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so you have all this information in here. Okay. 101 powerful tips to legally improving your credit score. Here's another guide. Okay, tons of information in this DIY kit. Okay, you cannot afford not to have this kit, right? So you have all this information on how to improve your credit score. 101 tips. You have the consumer reporting list I was telling you about with the independent reporting agencies or companies. Okay, like I said, there's all kinds of them depending on the situation. You have utilities and all kind of stuff. Okay, you have that information. More credit bureau address, data miners. Okay, log information, guides, even threw in a credit repair business plan. Okay, data furnisher communication, debt reduction spreadsheet, dispute log, dispute reasons, eOscar dispute codes. Okay, you have all kind of stuff in here to help you. Here are some opinion letters I was telling you about. You have your identity theft affidavit. There's a glossary in here. Your notice to furnishers, different information that you can send to creditors and stuff like that. How to start a business info, plus how to build business credit. Okay. Statute of limitations, all that good stuff is in here. Okay. And then let's go into the dispute letters. Okay. So you have your dispute letters here. This is where you have your regular round. So you have round 1. Let's make this a little bit bigger. So you have your round 1. Here's your debt validation letter to creditors with the notary. So all you're doing here is putting in your name, your street address, the collection agency information, pretty much in yellow. It's telling you what you need to do, okay, or pay attention to. It's got the notary attachment. Of course, if you didn't want to do the notary, you would just take this off and remove that information. Just remember to save a copy each time you're doing this, so that way you're not messing up the actual original. So if you are doing a letter for yourself, you may want to rename that Experian 821, so forth. Okay. So that is the debt validation letters. You see, these are very detailed. These are not cheaply little letters that you find on the internet. Okay, you have your round one bureau letter. Okay, you would just choose one of the address, then delete the others. If you're sending to the data miners, you'd have to put their information in here, but pretty much self-explanatory. Okay, this one here is a Metro 2 compliance style letter, so it's a little bit more detailed. Okay, a lot more powerful than your typical dispute letters that you will see. Okay, so debt validation, you have your method of verifications, all your rounds are right here. Okay, you have your standard 609 with a little modification, so it's a lot more powerful than the generic 609 letter where it just says please verify or delete. Okay, so you have that. Okay, and then you have these folders. So you have some advanced letters, you have the 100 letters here, like a library, your elite credit repair dispute letter library. You have 100 letters, extra ones in here, and depending on the reason, okay, you can just look in here, say wrong credit limit, let me use this one. Okay, so you have some extra letters in there. All right, you have your pay to delete letters, which are basically your negotiation letters. You have your personal identifier letters. So let's look at number 1 right here. Okay, so you have your personal identifier letter. You can just delete the ones that you don't need. You just fill in the information here that's highlighted. Pretty simple. Okay, pretty simple. Suppression, security freeze letters right here, removals, general letters, list of agencies of dispute, okay, ARS letters, so forth. Okay, you have all of these letters. You got HIPAA, you have some inquiry dispute letters, late payments, some others. This is your notice to opt out of what I was telling you about earlier. If you request a free credit report, this is the letters that you would send. You also have the notary page to attach if you wanted to attach that to any type of letter. Okay, student loan. All right, so those are those letters. Those are your main dispute letters. Then you've got some bonus letters. Okay, here we have other type of letters. So we have different variations if this is more your style. If you like more of the 609 letters, we have those in here as well. So plenty of letters, lots of information and resources, but I wanted to go over that with you so you can see what's in the DIY Ultimate Credit Repair Kit. All right, guys.